fourth one? I don't have no more mana. But I kind of want in on the
Hello? Hello? Where do I hear that from? Quiet. Quiet. Okay, okay. How's the sound? How to sound? How to sound like? Right, I was gonna start with the slideshows, wasn't I? Things are breaking. Things are breaking. Okay. We're not delayed. This one? You ready? You ready? Are you ready, kids? Are you ready, dear? Y'all ready for this? Oh, that's my keyboard. What? What? It will. Oh, thanks. Oh, that's my keyboard. That's pretty loud. I can just try to press things quietly. Megan! Megan! Then you're not ready. Soundtrack actually baller. Hey! Hey!
If you notice anything interesting, share it with the class. Why hello there?
Why hello there? Why hello there? Hello there! How's the volume? Good balance? Oh, my green screen's going a little bit wild there. I find it depends on, like, the time of day. Like, if it's earlier, or if the sun's out, then I need to change the similarity. Because I get more reflection. I'm not wearing anything green. Actually, the green screen works a lot better in the day. I can turn it down all the way down to like 2. Pretty? Why, hello there. Alright, I think I'll leave this one open. How? Why does it keep getting delayed? Is there also closed captions on YouTube? Is it not sending my captions settings? I want to send my captions. Three lines. I don't know if I can fix that. I don't know how to get that working. Let's get right into it. Let's get right friggin' into it. Hey, Fixer! Hey, boy! Hey, boy! I don't know if you were here for the last Farming Sim Friday, but we're doing it again because I was too lazy to prep more material. My stream today was going to be prepping material for my game design case study, but today I decided, you know what? Fuck it. We're doing the last one. We're doing the last one since nobody watched it. How are you, Fixer? I'm spilling water all over myself. How? I'm not quite sure, but I did. Alright, let's get right into it. If you have any questions, feel free to just type the question in chat. It will interrupt me regardless of what I'm doing or saying. And I won't be able to focus when it's going on, so I'll stop right in the middle of my sentence and I'll answer your question or your thought. Alright, Farming Sim Friday. Farming Simulators. When did Farming Simulators start? Farming Simulators started back in the day with Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon was the OG Farming Sim. The original gangster Farming Sim. Getting distracted here. Let me close all this shit. I don't need this. Make this big. What's that back there? What is that? Oh. Alright. Let's see. Reset. Reset. How do we start this? We started by Farming Sims. A classic genre that almost everyone enjoys. Oh my gosh, I gotta mute my phone. More emotion. More emotion. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can do that. Okay, cut. Here we go. Farming Sims. What do I want to say about Farming Sims? Oh man, this is rough. This is rough. Farming Sims. Well, what do I know about Farming Sims? I know that they all run into common pitfalls. Holy shit, it's hot in here. I gotta open this window. Crit that soldier boy. Soldier boy. Alright. So one thing we'll notice about Farming Sims is they all fall into very similar... They all are subject to very similar pitfalls. What are the pitfalls? Things get repetitive. Limited late game content. And...
WBY.
What about you? I'm good. I'm stellar. I'm a little bit warm right now. Other than that, I'm stellar. I'm enjoying my Christmas break. Just vibing. Straight vibing. Yeah, they all fall into similar traps, similar pitfalls. But we'll see that. We'll see that as we go through them. You guys will notice that. So, Harvest Moon, the original Harvest Moon, was developed by Enkis, which was approximately 10 to 15 people, which is really typical for that era of development. Like when video games first started being made, it was really small teams. I'm not sure if it was like a budget constraint or necessarily like why.
Just try and not beat shit out of my cousin as she wants some long method to solve denominators.
Oh, long method? To solve denominators. I'm not sure exactly what you mean. Like, are we talking about multiplying fractions? Probably not, right? How old's your cousin? What kind of math are they doing? Yeah, 10 to 15 people is typical for the 90s. I need to, like, double check that, though.
She's 9 years old.
She's 9, okay. Yeah, probably, like, adding fractions, then. I opened a new tab. No, not like this. Not like this. AMCC US Harvest Moon. Moon team size. Shrinking from... Wait. Pack and Video, the publishers of Harvest Moon, went bankrupt.
1/8 plus 3, 9 plus 5, 9.
Oh. Long method? Bro, there's only one method. Is you find a common denominator, bro. That's the method. How to multiply. Let me see. So, apparently, after some time of the development, the publishers of Harvest Moon actually went bankrupt. And they had to merge with another company that led to downsizing of Yoshiro Wada's team that was working on Harvest Moon, and they shrunk from 10 members to only 3 members because they had such a tight budget. And they spent like the next 6 months reprogramming a lot of the game from the ground up. Just add the numerator, yeah. 1/8 is not the same as 3/9, buddy. I hate to break it to you. Hate to break it to you, Fixer, but 1/8 and 3/9 do not share the same denominator.
I learned SQL last night.
You learned SQL last night? That's brutal, man. Why?
Oh shit, typo.
Oh, it was a typo, okay. Yeah, there's no long method, you just add the numbers. You just add the numbers.
It should be 9.
Okay, okay. Yeah, what the heck? There's no long method, bro, you just add. Oh well, I guess your sister is 9, or your cousin is 9. Okay, yeah, so that it was typical for the time for teams to be that size. Why were game dev teams so small in the beginning? Is a question that I have. Tile-based systems for graphics. I'm not really finding anything on why teams have bigger game development teams typically. This might give me some. I thought maybe by small teams. Was any game AAA? AAA is based on the investment strategy, so I don't think so. Oh well, yeah, it was typical at the time for teams to be that large, or pretty small. Like I've heard, like Crash Bandicoot had a pretty small team. That's the only one that I can think of actually. But I believe it was typical for the time. The genre of Harvest Moon is a life sim, farming sim. If you had to break down the genre anymore, because like farming sim is a Harvest Moon type game, right? So how can it be its own genre? What would I call it? Life simulation? Yeah, I guess just a life sim. And the premise of the game is you inherit a rundown farm and you gotta restore it. You gotta restore that farm by planting crops, raising livestock, and just...
What about our plan about introduction to AI/ML?
I haven't forgot about it. It's on my board. It's the very first thing on my board. I wanted to talk to you about what would be a good day for that. Do you want to wait till the new year, or do you want me to bang that out like tomorrow or something? Because I can learn AI today. That can be what I do after stream. I can learn machine learning and then we can do a little introduction. But like, what day is good for you? Because I don't want to do it on a day that you're not going to be able to show up, right? Because you're like my only fan. You're free anytime? Okay. I'll start learning machine learning tonight, or reviewing it from what I remember before. And I'll have that set up for next week sometime. And we can go over that. Okay, but you're free most other days. Yeah, I'll try to make sure. Maybe I'll shoot you a message right before I'm thinking about doing it, just to make sure that you are there. But let's plan for... I gotta look at a calendar. Let's plan for... Calendar. I don't need to sync my calendar. I just need to see what days. 28, 29. We could do Monday. We could do Monday. Monday would be a stellar day to do this, actually. Gives me like 3.5 days to prepare. And then it's right before New Year's. December 30th. That's when we're doing it. December 30th. I haven't forgotten. But my list is starting to get pretty long. Yeah. Sick. We're done. It's in the books. It's planned. I should probably write that down somewhere, actually. Monday machine learning, and it's alliteration. Awesome. I like all my titles to be alliterated. Okay, you'll find that the premise of Farming Sims is all this. I'll DM you the time. I'll let you know. I gotta figure all that out though, and I might not let you know until like late Saturday, early Sunday, just because like if I'm studying it and I'm freaking struggling, it might not happen on Monday. But yeah, I'll let you know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, you'll notice that the premise of the Farming Sims, it's all the same. The same premise. You inherit a farm, you gotta restore the farm. That's the premise of a Farming Sim. I guess Farming Simulator, the premise is just farming. No, it's nothing like Finer Roots, bro. Jeez Louise. Yeah, the premise is all the same, though. What's unique about Harvest Moon? At the time, what was unique about it was it combined farming simulation with social elements, which offered kind of like a slice of life experience. Yeah, it was really the first of its kind, and I don't know if it was like one of the first games that featured non-linear gameplay, because I can think of like E.T. for the NES, that really, really bad game. The one that's like known for being terrible. The E.T. game, I think, was fairly non-linear. Like, you kind of just explored around and found things. But a really big part of Farming Sims is the non-linear gameplay, because it allows players to choose how they spend their time. The core mechanics in this one. Let's see here. You're a farmer. That's your role. Your role is you're a farmer. Can you believe that in a Farming Sim? The progression. So as things progress, you unlock more tools. You unlock more crops. You unlock more livestock. You unlock better tools. Better tools that use less stamina. So as the game goes on, let me whip out MS Paint here. So there's this thing where it's like you have stamina, right? Is this? No, we're doing it like this. Stamina. You have stamina, right? And it's this resource. And at the start of the game, let's graph this consumption.
Also, I'm starting to study this new shit called TinyML.
Tiny machine learning? I'll have to look into that. Maybe that can be part of our thing, but that can be part of our machine learning. I'll look into it. I gotta add it to my list though. TinyML. I'm curious as to what that is. TinyML. Yeah, there's almost this graph of like consumption. Yeah, y'all can read that. It says consumption. Consumption over game time. Game time. So, it starts out like this, and it levels off. And this is... So at the start of the game, it takes a lot of stamina to do anything. And that's on purpose. Because if you give the players enough stamina that they can do everything on the first day, they're going to be overwhelmed and they're not going to know what to do. So this is a really, really interesting decision by the developers to have this kind of stamina consumption curve go down over time. Which, when you're over here, you have more stamina to do things in the day. So the complexity of the game increases. If I draw the complexity... Oh. If I draw a curve of the complexity of the game, over time, and this is complexity, the complexity goes the opposite way. Because of the way the stamina curve works. What do you think of that, Megan? What do you think of that? That was a little interesting tidbit. Relationships also evolve over time, which triggers special events or different outcomes like getting married or starting dating. I'm not sure exactly what the outcomes of the relationships are in Harvest Moon, but we'll figure that out. We can find that out together. The balancing in this game is really interesting too. We just talked a little bit about the balancing of kind of like the complexity curve, but this game really balances like resource and time management with low stakes gameplay because there's no consequence. Like the consequence to me not planting my crops the first day is I have to wait another day to plant my crops. That's the consequence. Or like if I miss talking to someone for a day, I just have to talk to them again the next day. There's not much consequence to my actions, but each day I really need to take a second. And I need to prioritize which tasks I want to do for the day. And that's a really interesting... It's a really interesting thing. Because usually, you're managing resources and time, but there's stakes. Like in StarCraft, you have to manage your time because the other player is accelerating their units at a certain rate, so you want to match that rate or exceed it. But the stakes is you're going to lose the game. Yeah, give it to me. Give it to me. We'll take it. We'll pause from the game design. I'll let you type out your paragraph, and we'll listen to my bot read it to me.
Oh, we got moderator here.
Yes, sir. That's my wife. She won't ban you. Don't worry. Unless you post links to like where I can buy viewers. Do not post a link where I can buy viewers, because you will get insta-banned. I set up a thing in my bot that insta-bans people. Because I was tired of it. Oh, we got a moderator. What other kind of balance aspects are there in this game? I did say the farming tasks scale in complexity, but the farming tasks don't really become more complex. It's just like go up, interact with this thing, and that's your task for the day. And it's just a simple click on it and it's done. The tasks don't scale in complexity. The size of your farm scales in complexity. That's kind of what's going on. And now I'm too cold. Now I'm too cold that the window's open. What's unique? Some unique mechanics at the time were time and seasons. It creates natural deadlines for completing different tasks. Which is where stakes are kind of introduced, although the stakes aren't very high because you just wait till next season, right? The seasons also change what crops you can grow, and like, you know, in the winter you might have Christmas, in the fall you might have Halloween, or like a Thanksgiving. Again, I'm not sure exactly what events they have in the original Harvest Moon. I played Harvest Moon Friends of Mineral Town a lot. That was the one that I played. Which is golden. is golden. There's a social system. You build relationships with townfolk by giving them items and attending events and chatting with them, I'm assuming. I might actually look up how relationships work. How do relationships work in Harvest Moon SNES? Let's see here. How does it work? To start the process, you first... Oh, marriage. I don't want to see marriage. I want to see just like relationships.
I study or I know concentrates about the smaller devices to automate them with the help of machine learning. We do it by integrating...
Yes, you were telling me that you wanted to learn about that for you wanted to do a project with a microcontroller and machine learning. You were telling me about that. TinyML. Okay, so we'll focus a little bit more on TinyML if I can, just because that's what you're interested in. We might need to start with regular machine learning, though, just based on how complex it is.
Sorry for what you go through every day, LMAO.
Shut the fuck up. I'm just kidding. That's really funny. I'm also sorry for what she has to go through every day. She married to me? Oh my gosh, yeah, I can't imagine. Another unique mechanic in Harvest Moon is resource management. Players have to juggle, their money, their stamina, and like the short amount of time that is in a day. And this is again where this causes the player to have to prioritize their tasks every day. They get up in the morning and they're gonna get a little routine. They're gonna get a little routine going. They're gonna go, okay, first I'm gonna water my crops, then I'm gonna go do my cows, then I'm gonna do my chickens, then I'm gonna go to town and I'm gonna go talk to this guy, because I want to improve these relationships first. I know it probably operates on some kind of like heart system where it's just an integer that tracks, that goes up when you do a thing and down when you do the wrong thing. I don't even know if it goes down. We'll be able to see that though. I don't know how long it would take playing the game to showcase those mechanics, but we'll see. The visual and audio style. It's pixel art. It's pixel art. Like, it came out in what year? 1960.
I need help with Python libraries as well.
With Python libraries? Like the machine learning libraries, or any specific libraries, or just Python libraries in general?
You have any good material or YT videos for HAT?
I need a bit more information, like what do you mean? Like any, like particular libraries, or just libraries in general, like how to use libraries? Because I could find you like videos on how to use a specific library. But like generally, read the docs. Read the documentation on that library, and it'll have everything you need for how to use that library. If you have a specific one, I could help you out, but if it's just like importing libraries, that's pretty easy to do. I'm sure you know how to do that, or you can figure it out. Yeah, but pixel art was standard for the time, just due to technical limitations. For use of learning AI/machine learning. Let me see here. It came out in 1996. Python machine learning libraries. Let me recommend TensorFlow. We're gonna use TensorFlow. That's what we're gonna do. TensorFlow. Do I know? I don't know of any good guides off the top of my head. Let me see. There might be. I know some guys on YouTube that do like short form content. TensorFlow. Just. This one is this. I don't know if you. Fireship is pretty good. Like he does a little like crash courses, 100 seconds of like how to do a thing. But you know what? I'm gonna. After I finish... Okay, so it can be a long one. Oh, he has a quick start, actually. Whew, excuse me. Yeah, I'll find one for you. I'll find a good guide. Oh, that's my list. Fixer, you're putting me to work, buddy. You're putting me to work, Fixer. Video. Hell, if I can't find a good video, I'll make one. The soundtrack. We've been listening to the soundtrack the whole time. Repetitive sticks out to me. I should have put this in bold. Repetitive chip tune. It is kind of uplifting, though. I would describe that as uplifting. I'm vibing with it. It has the atmosphere. Could it be better? Yes. Could it be adaptive? Yes. We'll see with Harvest Moon. There's a lot of things that could be improved on because it was the first game of its kind. It was the first farming sim. There's a lot of things that you can improve on here. You found a really cool website? Link it. What kind of website? Is it like a... I hope I already know better. That would be really funny. Yeah, sounds good. No, share it with the class, Fixer. Share it with the class, bro.
Ambience.
Oh, it's for ambience? Ooh. Share it with the class. Share it with the class. If you don't share with the class, I'm gonna share with the class. No. It's only if you post a specific link to cheapviewers.ru. If you post a specific link, cheapviewers.ru. If you post that link, you get banned. But any other link is okay. Any other link is okay. I just wanted to warn you so that I don't know if you like maybe some kind of like, oh, I saw these bots and let's do a little funny joke. Haha, you know, I just wanted to give you a heads up. I would unban you if you did get banned. Because you're my only guide. I can't have you get banned or I have nobody. If you get banned, all I have is Top Hat and he doesn't even watch. All I have is Top Hat and he doesn't even watch. His time zone, he's on like the West Coast or some shit. Like every time he streams, it's like 1 a.m. until like 7 a.m. for me. I kind of want to play Donkey Kong Country. DK Friday. That one kind of works. That rhymes. DK Friday.
I would watch DK Friday.
You would watch DK Friday? Donkey Kong Country Friday. DK Friday. Let me think. I could probably do that because we got the DK rhythm game with the bongos. And I'm crazy at rhythm games. I'm crazy at rhythm games. DK Fridays. That might be next Friday. That might be next Friday. DK Friday. I could do Donkey Kong Country. I could do Donkey Kong Country 2. I could do Donkey Kong Country 3. I could do Donkey Kong Country 4. I could do Donkey Kong... I don't know how many Donkey Kong countries there are, but there's a lot of them. DK Country. I'm getting flashbacks. I looked this up one other time on stream with Fixer. I looked this up. I'm getting mad deja vu. Did I get deja vu the last time? Dude, I'm tripping. I gotta stop looking at that. That's making me feel gross. Yeah, the soundtrack. What makes Harvest Moon great? 1. It's simple. It's simple. The game isn't complicated. The game doesn't need to be complicated. It can be simple. The charm lies in its unique combination of farming simulation and life simulation, which gives players freedom. The simplicity gives players freedom to define their own goals and playstyle. The simplicity of the game leads to the player making their own game. That's what's fun, is you get to do your own thing. I can play Harvest Moon, and I cannot plant a single crop if I don't want to. If I don't want to plant fucking crops, I don't have to. I don't have to. I can go collect flowers for 2 seasons until I have enough to get animals. I don't have to. I can do what I want. And here's a little quote from wait, is that his name spelled wrong? I think it's Yasuhiro Wada. Can I get the quote in Japanese? That would be badass.
https://asoftmurmur.com/.
Yo, this would be sick for D&D. More sounds. I'm starting this. Drugs? Oh my gosh. Where's that bookmark? Oh, it's how to do... Yeah, that's... This is why we have the stream 18 plus, folks. This is why we have the stream 18 plus. I'm saving this, though, because I'm going to use this to fall asleep. Rain on trees? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm getting distracted. We gotta go back to Farming Sim Friday. Damn, bro! I love Rain on a Tin Roof, man. I gotta say, this is one of the best sounds. Rain on a Tin Roof, man. Oh, fuck, it's good. Fuck, it's good. Okay. Yash. I gotta look up this name because this is making me angry. I think it's spelled wrong. I think I spelled it wrong.
There are mixes, try them out.
Wait a minute, it was made by... It was developed by Amicus. Yeah, 1996. Oh. It was repackaged by Natsume Inc. Yasuhiro Wada. It's Yasuhiro Wada. Yeah. Yasuhiro Wada said that they wanted to create a game that reflected the peacefulness and satisfaction of country life. Man. I don't know what it is, but I would live in the Japanese countryside and just farm. Like, that sounds badass. That sounds badass. It sounds relaxing. And that's what I'm about to do. That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to chill in the Japanese countryside, and I'm about to farm my life away. Challenges and critiques. This is our favorite part, where we get to shit on the game for a little bit.
By the way, in studying Japanese.
Hajimemashite, watashi wa Noa desu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Wow, the subtitles went crazy there. How's your mama? Wow. How is your mama, Fixer?
It's my minor course in college.
Oh, that's sick. I was gonna take it in college too, but I don't have the electives. Repetitive. It's repetitive as fuck. Harvest Moon is repetitive. You do the same thing every day. Then the season changes and you kind of alter it. The seasons changing actually adds a nice variety, because it changes the gameplay slightly, because it's like, oh, now I plant these crops. These crops take this many days instead of this many days. And like, maybe some people like these crops as gifts more than these crops, you know? So the seasons do add variety, but in the end, it's repetitive as fuck. Limited late game content. The thing about farming sims is there isn't really like a late game. Like, you progress until you're out of things to progress through. Stardew Valley kind of has a late game. Stardew Valley does kind of have a late game with Ember Island. Is that what it's called? Megan, you'll have to correct me on this. What's the island called that you go to in Stardew Valley? What's the
Ginger Island.
Ginger Island, that's what it is. Ginger Island. that I would consider that late game content, and as well as the Skull Caverns. Maybe not the Skull Caverns actually, but Ginger Island is definitely late game content. Harvest Moon. I don't know if it's mid to late game. Isn't like all the end game content of Ginger Island you just grind those quests with the weird guy with the hat? I don't know. We'll see though. Who knows? Yes. Yes. Chat, boys. Chat. What do you study, Megan? Nothing anymore. Limited late game content. After you upgrade your tools and you max out the relationships, like, what else do you do? That's just the only content in the game. Like, Stardew Valley, there's lots to do after you max out your tools. You max out your tools, you got tons of shit left to do. Woo! Congratulations! Congratulations, Hydro Homie! You graduated. Yay! Yay! So proud of you. So proud of you. Another critique I have for this game is the stamina management. I hate the stamina management. It's such a restrictive mechanic, but I feel like it's so important to the essence of how farming sims play. But it's so restrictive, especially in the early game. That's what we were looking at, that curve. Like, it's so restrictive. You do like a couple things and you're out of stamina for the day. What can we learn from Harvest Moon? Simple games. That's my third point, but this is probably the most important game. A simple premise appeals to a broad audience, right? A simple game appeals to a lot more people than Dark Souls, right? A lot of people don't want to play Dark Souls. It's too hard. It's too complicated. You got builds, you got items, you got stats, you got bosses all with different movesets, you got the map that you have to go through. It's really complicated. People don't want to play a complicated game. I know somebody who doesn't want to play a complicated game. That's Hydro Homie. She likes the simple games. She loves Stardew Valley because it's simple. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to discover, and it's simple. Freedom and agency. Players love games that let them do their own thing.
True.
Players love games that let them do their own thing. Like, let me try to think of another game. What's a game where you can do Sims? Sims. You do your own thing in Sims. Maybe not so much Sims. I mean, it's another game where you can do whatever you want. Astroneer. Astroneer. It's a sandbox type of space exploration game. Actually. Yeah, you get lots of freedom. Pretty much games where you don't get a lot of freedom are like story games.
House Flipper LOL.
House Flipper? Yeah, it's a little bit too sandbox. You get tons of freedom, but yeah, that's a good example. That's a good example. House Flipper is a good example of a game with lots of freedom and agency, because you get to do it. You get to pick your houses. You get to pick how you design the houses. Another lesson we can learn is layering mechanics. You know, you can have a game that's just a social sim. Like, yeah, we're going on YouTube too, bro. How'd you know? How'd you know? Did you find me on YouTube? Did you subscribe to me on YouTube? Because I know not many people live stream on YouTube, so like live streams just shoot to the top of the recommended page. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do actually? Can I pin in?
YT link in description.
Right. Let me do something real quick actually. I want to. Oh fuck. I'll do it after this slide. Boom! That's the end. That's the end of the slides for what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go to YouTube and I'm gonna link my Twitch on my YouTube, because I'm gonna link my Twitch on my YouTube. Oh, shh, quiet.
I subbed.
Oh, you subbed? Bless. Fixer. You don't know how much I appreciate you, bro. You don't know how much I appreciate you, bro. You're like, you and Prosto. No, you and Simple. You and Simple are keeping me in this. Prosto means simple in, like, Ukrainian or some shit.
No homo XD.
You don't gotta say no homo. I know there's. You already told me you weren't homosexual. You don't need to reiterate that. I know. We had a conversation about that. https://twitch.tv/glutencrusader. And can I pin this? Pin.
Telepathy LOL.
Perfect. If I could have any superpower, I would have telekinesis. Because your mind is a powerful thing. Whatever you can imagine you can do with telekinesis, you can probably do it. You can fly with telekinesis. Just lift yourself with your telekinesis. Just like put a platform underneath you and lift yourself up, you know?
RV.
Megan, if you could have any superpower, what superpower would you have? Any superpower in the world that doesn't exist. What would you have if you could have it?
Invisibility.
Ah, gross. Invisibility? Why? What are you gonna do, sneak into the change rooms? That's like, anybody that says invisibility, the first thing you think is you're just gonna go like voyeur and like watch people.
I don't want to be perceived as.
Oh, so you can go out in public and people can't perceive you. That's valid. That's valid. I'll take that. Escape? Tilda? There we go.
I'm not a man LOL.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Let me turn my volume down so I can hear myself speak. Or I can just do this. Start. So because I already did this once. It's like left shift or something? No, it's tilde. Wait. Nope. Don't worry, I'll get there. I'll get there. It's K. There's only 2 saves. Alright. Let's take a second. So, what are we gonna go through here? Megan? What are we gonna go through here? We're gonna talk about the tutorial. We're gonna talk about You see, this is where I kind of get lost in the format, because it's like I don't want to just play the game. Like, I want to keep talking about the game, but I feel like I've said everything that like I've said a lot that can be said about the game already. So what do I talk about? UI? Yeah, we can talk about UI. The thing about farming sims is there's not much UI. There's not much information that the player needs to know. Harvest Moon could probably use a little bit more UI. Yeah. I think. We can talk about the UI. We talk about the tutorial. We talk about... I don't know. We'll fucking see. Hello, you were the one who was supposed to work at this ranch today. Okay. What's your name? One thing you'll notice is it's really shittily translated from Japanese, so everything looks really bad. All the dialogue is like kind of scuffed, kind of caveman speak. That's the way Japanese people talk anyway. They talk like cavemen. Well, that's just how the language works. It feels cavemanish compared to like romantic languages. What do we name our character? What do we name our character? Come on. Come on. What do we name him? Billy. I got 4 letters. Mike. No. Cock. No. Hawk. No.
Jeff.
Jeff. I fucking love it. Jeff. J. E. F. F. Hefe. Do you like the CRT? I thought the CRT was like super on point. Mr. Hefe. His name's Hefe, by the way. It's not Jeff, it's Hefe. Mr. Hefe, I'm in charge of shipping here. I come here every evening to pick up stuff you put in the shipping box. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. I can't remember. Did he give me his name? Did he give me his name? That's kind of an important thing, though. Is like he didn't give me his name. Did he? Mr. Jeff, nice to meet you. He said I'm the guy who comes to pick up the stuff you put in the shipping box. Nice to meet you. Yeah, he didn't give me his name. That seems like an oversight. It seems like an oversight. Also, Megan, I'm hurting today. I only had half those girlies and I'm hurting. I only had half those girlies and I'm hurting. I'm hurting pretty bad. I'm hurting pretty bad. Text. Let me get this. Let me get something up here real quick. Is this one? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sad smiley. Sir Shield Rack Attack Sir Sword.
Prosto, are you still here? Okay, how did this happen? How did this happen? How is it all... The color didn't change, bro. The color didn't change.
No,
Nope.
not.
That's okay. You don't have to be here. Welcome. Welcome. Back up to 260. That's so weird. The sun must have moved. That must be what it is. The sun moved. My lighting changed. I need to... I feel like this lighting is almost good. There's a spider up there. This lighting is almost good. Almost. Alright, where were we before I was so rudely interrupted by my autoimmune condition? This guy didn't give me his fucking name. So you know what? We're gonna name him. We're gonna name him right now. What do you guys think his name is? I don't know if the... Let's guess. Let's guess that the characters' names are limited to 6 characters. Because it's an old game. They're gonna be scraping for... Struggling with what? My lighting? Where were we? Dude, I know. I'm always... Well,
I'm saying it like we woe we.
we woe we. We woe we. We woe we. That's so funny. Like, whenever I was growing up, my brothers all had speech impediments. And I was, like, learning to speak for my brothers because, like, my parents weren't super present. So I have, like, a lot of remnants. Like, they said, finger instead of finger. Chainsaw instead of chainsaw. I don't know why that was one that I remember. It's kind of strange. My dad did a lot of stuff with a chainsaw when he was around. Yeah. But, like I was saying, we woe we. We woe we. What's this guy's name? Does he give me his name? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Does he give me his name? Oh yeah, ask anything you want to people in town. It will help you. His name is Chuck. That's what his name is. Oh, and he drives me into town. What a G. What a G. He drives me into town. Alright. So, we are now in tutorial land. The tutorial for this game is dog shit. It's absolute... Whoa, my guy just fixed his little handkerchief. That's interesting. That's a nice little idle animation. It happens too frequently, though. But, whatever. Whatever. Let's see if he'll tell me his name now. Nope. His name's Chuck, though. Guaranteed. So, the only reason this isn't gonna take me an hour again is because I know what to do. And you can sprint right off the bat, which is super nice. I have to go talk to the fortune teller lady. I have to go talk to the seed lady. And I have to go talk to the animal dude. Mrs. Fortune Teller's words always prove right, just like the weather forecast on TV. That's another little thing that I don't quite like about this is, like, the text scrolling. Like, why does it cut off like that?
BRB, wanna get some tea?
Sounds good, brother. Why? Let's see, like, what kind of limitations would they have had that made them have the text cut off? Well, when you port a game, my guess is that the Japanese was shorter, so it all fit. But then when they translated it to English, it got longer. I think that's generally what happens when you translate from Japanese to English, is things get longer. So I bet that's why that we have this weird cast on TV kind of thing happening here. So let's talk to the fortune teller lady. Lessons of love. Present. Oh? Most portable things can be presents. Every girl has a different taste, so observe their reactions. Expensive presents don't work all the time. I think I'm supposed to talk to her like this. What's she sound like?
How, mister? You don't know what to begin with, do you? First, you must learn how to use those tools with the book in the shed. The rest, ask the florist about crops.
Whoa, I think they randomly turned British. Okay, so the livestock guy is down here. The last time I did this tutorial, it literally took me an hour. This tutorial is so dog shit, bro. So dog shit. We just gotta talk to these 3 people. And you don't talk to them over the counter. If you talk to him over the counter, he doesn't tell you anything. See? You gotta run in here and talk to him like this. You have a meadow to buy livestock, not only for cows, but also for chickens. I have some grass left, so use it to raise them. I'll bring it to your shed. Talk to me over the counter when you want to buy livestock. Oh. There was a bag there, but it's gone now. I don't know if I picked it up or... I don't know. So that's the first guy we gotta talk to. What should a tutorial... What does a good tutorial have? What makes up a good tutorial? A good tutorial is effective, has good pacing, and has an optional level of player autonomy. This one has too much autonomy. I need more guidance here. This tutorial is also not really effective. It doesn't teach me anything. The only thing I learned from this tutorial is I need to run and talk to these 2 people to be able to get through the tutorial. That's the only thing I learned from this. Although I guess technically I learned that I can have cows and chickens. You went to the ranch, didn't you? If you are going to raise crops there, I'll give this to you. It's a watering can. It's for getting water from the pond. I'll bring it to your shed. Vegetable seeds will be in soon, so come again. Welcome. Okay, I think that's it for the tutorial. Watch this guy not let me through. Okay. Do I have to talk to every single fucking villager? Maybe I just need to talk to the cow guy one more time. Vineyard should start off with chickens. He didn't tell me that before. So I think that's it. I should start with chickens, he says, because it's expensive to feed them. You know what? I don't really care. I'll start with cows if I want to. Bruh, what the hell? Wandering peddler, I don't have anything to sell right now. Though, if you want to sell something, bring it to me so I can buy it. Bruh. I talked... I did that. Oh my gosh, this tutorial is so frustrating. One thing that I do know about this game though is it's really hard, apparently. Apparently it's really hard. So far, I agree with that. Nice to meet, this is Anne. Stamina decreases when you use tools, eat food, or sleep in the... I didn't see the period. Eat food or sleep in the bed to recover. Okay. And let's go talk to the tools guy, I guess. See if he has anything to fucking say. And a shed and the pen. Pick them up with the A button. Use them, push the Y button. I have my keys bound differently, so that's not helpful. Okay, now we're done. Wait, what's the florist's name? It's strange that only one person has given me their name so far. I guess this is Mrs. Fortune Teller. I think she might be Jewish. Fixer, we're doing game design case studies. Game design case study. A lot of people aren't getting the case study thing. Should I change the title? A lot of people aren't getting the case study thing. A lot of people, for some reason, don't know what a case study is. Should I change the title? Game design. Farming Sim Friday. We're playing Farming Sims. We're playing Farming Sims is what we're doing. Right now, we're talking about how dog shit Harvest Moon's tutorial is.
They only earn their names in death, or if they eat 1,000 bowls of breakfast cereal.
Captain Horatio Magellan Crunch. Welcome back. I'm gonna call you... What do you prefer? Do you prefer Captain? Do you prefer Captain Crunch? Do you prefer the cereal guy? Do you prefer Horatio or Magellan? Because Magellan's kind of badass. They have no names, they only earn their names in death, or if they eat 1,000 bowls of breakfast cereal. Okay, I get you now. So the only character in this game to have eaten 1,000 bowls of cereal is Anne. Well, and I guess technically me, because I know my name, but... Anne has eaten the cereal. I have to talk to more people. I don't know why. I have to talk to more people. Oh, this guy's wasted. Puff! Have I seen you before? This guy's wasted. Welcome. Welcome. You'd better eat every day. You know, stamina is key. Why do I have to eat every day? That's so weird. Nobody's back here, but they have a little bird. It's kind of weird. The hitbox is surrounded. It's interesting. It pushes you. The hitbox is rounded. This one isn't though. Oh, there we go. Good luck, Fixer. I'll see you later. See you around. Good luck. Let me know what you find. This is the bar lady. Hello, the bar is closed today. It's usually open except Sunday though. This tutorial is so bad. Epic. Where are you from? You are managing the ranch alone, separately from your parents? Great! There's nothing here in the ranch, is there? For practice, you have wonderful... What the fuck? What the fuck?
Hitbox is not rounded. Too complicated for the SNES. But if you hit off your midpoint, it'll move you sideways.
Really? I want to look that up. I'm gonna look that up. Hitboxes in the SNES. Hitbox Arcade. Hitbox. I'm getting lots of like controllers. That's a really interesting though. Apparently, rounded hitboxes. Rounded. Right, because it wouldn't be a circle, because then you'd collide way into the corner. So it's a square? Because an ellipse is a lot more... Like, circles are the most basic hitbox shape, because it's the easiest to calculate, right? What do you need to calculate a circle? You need pi, and you need the radius of the circle. That's what you need.
SNES mostly did collisions off the tarmac because it didn't have RAM for big long lists of geometry, so almost everything is on a grid.
Circle is hard on SNES. I want to do some SNES development. It has no floating point? Really? No floating point. Okay, well that makes... How do you have pi if you have no floating point? Pi is 3. Yeah. How do you have...
This is way too early for...
Way too early for float... Really? Bro, I thought I was up to snuff on my history. Does SNES have floating point? You say no. Google says yes. Through its DSP-1 math coprocessor. Oh, it's an enhancement chip. It's an enhancement chip. It wasn't default. A math coprocessor. So a coprocessor came on the actual game cartridge if the game needed floating point.
PC barely originally had floating point with its giant Intel CPUs. The tiny thing in the SNES did not have FPU.
The enhancement chip. Here, we'll read this together. Can you guys see that? No, I gotta go back to the screen. Gotta go back to the screen, and then I gotta drag this over here. So, this is what I found. The list, let's see. Let me skim through this. The standard selection of chips was available to licensed developers to increase system performance and features for each game cartridge.
So pretty much all collision on every 8 and 16-bit game you've played is axis-aligned bounding box, often with grid-aligned boxes from the tile map.
Horatio? I fucking love you, man. You're so knowledgeable. You teach me so much. This is really cool, actually. Limitations. I'm gonna look up limitations of the SNES. Somebody's... mappings up to 32 megabits. Although it can address 128 megabits, only 117.75 megabits are actually available for cartridge use. For ROM data, 8 megabits of battery packed RAM. Contains 48 megabits, and the smallest game contains only 2. So many different models, too. So, I think this one was released for the... For this one? No, this one. The North American... These two. It was released for these two. Regional lockout. CPU and RAM. The CPU is a Rico 5A22. By Rico for the SNES. 8 and 16-bit. Yeah. Technical specifications. Okay, what's your background, Horatio? What's your background? Why do you know so much about this? And why aren't I you? Why aren't I as knowledgeable about this as you? You know what? That's why we're doing this. I'm doing this so I can become Horatio. I'm doing this so I can be Horatio. Okay. Bounding box collisions. Wait, axis-aligned bounding box. Wait, how do collisions work? SNES. Collisions in the SNES games are detected using a point versus rectangle test. The player's current position is represented by a point. The enemy's current hitbox is represented by a rectangle. If the point is within the rectangle, a collision has occurred. Look at this, axis-aligned rectangles. This is exactly what you're saying. A simple form of collision detection is between two axis-aligned rectangles. Two axis-aligned rectangles. What's an axis-aligned rectangle versus a grid-aligned rectangle?
Rectangles with no rotation.
Rectangles with no rotation. Oh, this is aligned like with the axis. Yeah. Which means they are not rotated. Oh, it says that right fucking there. I could have just read like literally 2 seconds further. The algorithm checks that there is no gap between any of the 4 sides of the rectangles. Well, that makes sense because if they're not rotated, you can check how big the gap is. If they were rotated, you have to find like the corner. Here, 1 second. I gotta clear my throat. Do you mind me asking how old you are, Captain Horatio Magellan Crunch? I might say the whole thing every time. It's really fun to say. Captain Horatio Magellan Crunch. How old are you? I don't mean to dox you, but I'm 24. I'm 24. Turning 25 next year. In April. I'm a baby. I'm a little baby. I'm a little baby. Who says, woo-wowie? Woo woo wowie. Woo woo wee. What if Prosto say that I say? Let me scroll back up. Wee wowie. Wee wowie. Where were we? This is really interesting actually. I wish there's gotta be. You know what I gotta do? I gotta develop something for the SNES. That's what'll make me learn, like, a lot of this stuff. Is I gotta make something for the SNES. How to make a game for the SNES. Oh, I don't like that. I don't want it to be posted. I don't want it to be posted every hour. I'm gonna go change that. I got Ko-fi because I'm not affiliated, and I'm like, you know what? If somebody wants to, like, give me $1 so that I can get, like, better stream stuff. But I don't like it being advertised in chat. That puts a gross taste in my mouth. So I'm gonna go and change that right now. That puts a gross taste in my mouth. I don't like that. I did this when I was really tired the other day. Settings.
I do not recommend programming for the SNES.
I don't think anybody does.
It will make you appreciate why the greybeards also have no hair.
I want to learn though. I want to learn. What kind of tea did you get, Prosto? My wife been drinking hella matcha. Hella matcha. It's not tea, but it's also not coffee. Wait, is matcha tea? Is matcha tea? It's green tea. It's green tea. Black tea, yeah. Prosto. I'm gonna start calling you Simple. Wait, what's the last part of your name mean?
Not sure it is a T.
Kilo. Cup. Simple cup.
Better Prosto.
Batter simple. Interesting. Interesting. Oh,
Simple sounds unusual. I always found the Harvest Moon music very grating.
you want me to turn it down? I'll turn it down. It's starting to get on my nerves too, so I don't blame you. It just repeats so often. Oh, okay, so it's like only better. Like just better. Simply better. Check the signboards. Bro, let me out! So, if I think about the collisions here, if the center of my character, which is a point is what my character is, if that point is over the halfway point of the hitbox, then I roll past it. So, this looks about half. Okay. It literally means a cat in Czech or Polish. I knew what you meant. This is the mayor. I'm the mayor. Okay. Nobody has told me their names. Except for Anne. Because Anne ate the 1,000 bowls of cereal. The 1,000 bowls of cereal. Who's this lady? How do you do? Hard, isn't it? Don't give up. Oh yeah. I have a daughter. She may be at the church. Oh yeah, by the way, I have a daughter. I forgot. Come on. Okay. Yeah, so then it just pushes you, it just changes your velocity to... Wow, it really is like straight on the... So this hitbox must be split up. Like this hitbox, like must be this big right here. Right? For me to be over the halfway point, it needs to be a small square. Not. They probably did a bunch of tiny squares. But then that means I could slide, like, here, right? If I was over the halfway point of the middle one, I would slide. I would slide this way. But that doesn't happen unless I'm right on this ledge. Interesting. I wonder...
No, underscore your underscore halfway point. Your midpoint.
Your midpoint.
Point didn't hit anything, but your left or right point did, then it'll slide you.
Oh! Oh, so you have like a midpoint and left and right points. Dude, I wonder if I can show the hitboxes. That would be really cool. How to show hitboxes. Because this actually might be an interesting tool for me to have for the game design streams, is being able to look at hitboxes. How to show hitboxes. SNES. How to show hitboxes in Higan. Higan emulator. I don't know. Let's just try to get out of this tutorial. Tutorial hell. Oh, they're game specific, right? Because everything's like custom and hard coded, right? Ah, dang. Let me out! Oh, I gotta go in the church. I haven't talked to the person in the church yet. Yeah, I don't think I can in Higan. Two names. Anne and Maria. You know what I'm starting to think? It gives you names of people that you can, like, marry. Because we know Anne and Maria. But we don't know any of the other characters that are married already. Or are male. Freecodecamp.org. I know! It's a sandbox game, and I can't get out. That's what I'm saying. Like, the tutorial in this game is so lackluster. But by the end of today's stream, I will show you the best farming sim tutorial. I gotta turn on streamer mode so I don't get notifications. I'll check that out. Streamer mode. Is there like a quick... Here it is. Yeah, I see it. I had streamer mode off, so... But streamer mode's back on. Machine learning play... Oh, it's on YouTube? Oh, yeah. That's good. Alright. Wee-woo-wee. Woo-wah-wee. Wah-woo-wee. Where were we?
Sandbox games, though, like 99% of games were linear. People did not understand sandbox games. The locked-in tutorial was probably better.
Yeah, the only other, like, sandbox-ish game that I can think of is that really shitty ET one. Because I think that one was non-linear. Because I think you kind of explored around. But that's the only other game that I can think of from this era that was non-linear. Wah-wah-woo-wee? Wah-wah-wee-wah? Woo-wah? RPGs. Okay, yeah, RPGs are non-linear. That makes sense, because a big part of the appeal is the role-playing aspect and making decisions in, like, conversations especially. But wah-wah and woo-wah. RPGs were non-linear. I'm gonna do an RPG. I'm gonna do an RPG day, and we're gonna look at different RPGs. This was seen as a farming RPG and not a sandbox game. That's interesting, because me coming from, like, today's era of video games, I was like, I instantly looked at this and goes, it's a sandbox game. That was my instant thought, sandbox game, but it's a role-playing game. My instant thought was sandbox, just because all the other farming sims are sandboxes.
It's more about drawing, but also making shorts in funny, weird style.
About Wawa Woowa? I don't know anything about that, bro. YouTube channel? I've never heard of it. Let me out, bro. Let me out. Let me out. I think I've talked to everyone. Somebody has one more line of dialogue for me to go through. Bro. Bro. One interesting thing about the hitbox is it does it on the doors too. Slides me. Ultima? Dragon Quest, yeah. Oh fuck, Horatio, man. Horatio, you're a fucking G, man. Oh my gosh. Give me the games too, you're doing all the work for me, man. Ultima. Dragon Quest. I'll get the Dragon Quest HD 2D remake. With DOSBox? Was it for MS-DOS? Is that what you just said? PC with DOSBox. Is it like a text-based game? Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy, obviously. Final Fantasy. I'll have to figure out which Final Fantasy I'm gonna pick. I'm probably just gonna find the cheapest one and pick that one. Maybe we'll stick with like an older Final Fantasy. But the Dragon Quest HD 2D remake is like spot on. It's the exact same game, just visuals. So that'll be a good one to look through. DOSBox. I gotta look up DOSBox. I'm getting too close to the camera. It was for Apple too. Okay, I'll look into that later. Right now, I gotta get the fuck out of this town, bro. I gotta get out of this town. Yes, tools are in the shed, yada yada, how to use the tools. Okay, is there anybody back here? No. This tutorial is actually infuriating, but we'll see later with Fields of Mystria that what they did with the tutorial was just so golden. So golden, because I find with the farming sims, it's either no tutorial, you're locked in, and that's it. It's either no tutorial or you're locked into a shitty one. But we'll see that. We'll see how Fields of Mystria does a really good job on that. I legitimately don't want to play anymore because I can't get through the tutorial. Like, legitimately. Who else do I talk to, please? I already talked to this guy. You have wonderful parents, thank you. I talked to that guy, I talked to that guy, I talked to the person in the church, I talked to the lady in here, I checked the back room, I talked to the mayor. Bruh. I was stuck for an hour! The last time I did Farming Sim Friday already, so I'm kind of cheating on the content. I already did it. I didn't have to do any work for today's stream because nobody watched. But it's a good thing because I'm learning a lot today. From you especially, Horatio. Especially you, Horatio. You're teaching me so much, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate you sharing with the class because that's what we're here for. We're here to learn about video games and we're here to learn how to make a good video game. One thing that I'm not going to do in my game is make a shitty tutorial like this one. Oh my gosh. You know what? There's someone in this back room. This is the last person. She's going to give me her name because she's another dateable person. Nina! We figured it out.
You had a console and probably owned like 3 games and you've played them 10,000 times. You rented games, you'd wait all week to rent a game for the weekend. Imagine renting this and being bored to tears by this tutorial.
Yeah, I remember renting games for the GameCube. I actually rented Harvest Moon. What one was it? What it was the Harvest Moon for the GameCube. I rented that one for the GameCube. I rented Animal Crossing. My parents were really big renters because they couldn't afford to like buy out a game outright, but they wanted to give us lots of different games to play. I can't imagine renting this game and trying to play this tutorial. Like, I would have taken it back and been like, it's not happening, bro. It's like, I don't want this. Why isn't renting games still a thing? Is it? I think they might actually be coming back with it. That's like the Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass is kind of like renting games. Make sure she doesn't have any more lines of dialogue. There we go. And I think that's it. I think... So, the tutorial in this game is we have to talk to the 3 people that you can date and marry. And we have to talk to the plant lady who's right here, who is Nina's mom, I'm assuming. And we need to talk to the farmer. And the other lady. Was it Maria? Can't remember. But now, I should be able to leave this town. I should be able to go straight that way and get the fuck out of here. Yes! I'm a trainee of shipping, too. Let's do our best to achieve each other's goal with grit. Yeah, I can't imagine... I mean, there are games that I've played, like, tons of times. Like, Castle Crashers is one. I friggin' love Castle Crashers, man. Stellar game. It's a beat 'em up. I'd call it a beat 'em up. Beat 'em up. Kind of RPG. I gotta get my genres in check, too. Good night, Hefe. Good night, Hefe. Oops. Let's see if I can pause. Okay, I think this pauses, because I know now we have time. We have time now, so I don't want to waste all my time while I'm trying to... Right, I was gonna... Stream alerts. Turn off stream alerts. That puts such a bad taste in my mouth. Twitch chat alerts off. I'll let it respond to commands though. If people do the command and they want to see it, that's their prerogative. Okay. So I have 300 gold, second of spring. The tutorial was so bad. Was it effective? No, I didn't learn shit. What did I learn? Well, I learned about the people that you can marry. Because it's those 3 people, right? It's those 3 people, the only people that you get their name from. Which is interesting, because at the start, the shipping guy introduces himself, and he's like, nice to meet you. But he doesn't give you his name. But now I know that that's a conscious decision by the developers so that you know who is available. Who's, like, on the market, you know? Who's wheeling and dealing, as they say. Now, who's this? I didn't get to meet this person. Oh, you are the Mr. Rancher. Everybody's talking about. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to read it nicely. And it doesn't scroll. Will you please keep this dog for me? My house is a grocery store, so my mom doesn't allow me to keep this dog. So please. Its name is... You do it. Its name is Koro. So, when you adopt a dog, do you change its name? When you adopt a dog, do you change his name? I wouldn't, personally. I wouldn't change the dog's name. Personal. Seems ineffective. Also seems cruel. What do we name the dog? I kind of want to name him Captain Horatio Magellan Crunch, but I know that's not going to fit in the 4 characters that we have. I could do CHMC, Captain Horatio Magellan Crunch. I freaking love your name, man. It's so good. All right, Megan, I need you again. What do we name him? His name is Koro. His name is Koro already. Koro. But we can rename him if we want. Do I name him Koro? Because I wouldn't change a dog's name if I adopted a dog, you know? I'd keep the dog's name the same. Blip. I like that name. Blip's a good name. Rack Attack. I can't name him Rack Attack, sadly, but we'll name him Blip. Blip. Come here, Blip. Hello, Blip. Unless you were just saying Blip, but that's his name now anyway. This is his name regardless. The dog barking looks like it's just like coughing. It's like... Will it do it again? Or is it like paused? Thank you very much. You have a new house, Blip. You've got to be a good boy. Take care. That's so sad. He just comes up and just ditches his dog. Oh, there's another name. There's another name. Ellen's on the market too. Strange that we didn't see her in town though. I wonder where we encounter her. There's a store somewhere. Oh, and the... Oh, you can pick it up! This dog is coming everywhere with me. Okay, that's besides the point. Let's get to farming. What do I gotta do? Okay. So, it's at this point that I start to get a little bit lost. Like, I talked about the tutorial. The tutorial is bad. The tutorial's really bad. Like, for me to talk about the progression, I need to play the game for, like, at least, probably, like, an hour and a half, right? Get through the seasons. And, like, actually unlock some stuff. Like, how many gameplay hours are there in this game? I could talk about player feedback. I could talk about... The only thing is, it's hard to talk about these game ideas when we're not... while we're playing the game. Because if I'm talking about player feedback, like, let's pick up a tool and see what the feedback of using the tool is like. It plays a little sound. Plays a little sound, and it does, like, a little wind-up animation. And then it swings. I like it. How do I put my tool back? I guess I can't. But we're gonna need this. We're gonna need this. Yeah. We're gonna need this. And this. And that. And a woo-wee-wah. And a woo-wee-wah. Let's plant our stuff right down here. It's a nice clear spot. Right here. And I think we're at noontime now because the lighting changed. No UI. At all. No UI. Look at this shit. Shift? Okay, it shows me what I'm holding. That's cool. There's no UI. Why is there no UI? What UI could I have? Do you need a UI? No, you don't need a UI. If there's no information that's, like, pertinent. Pertinent? Did I use that word right? There's no information that is, like, immediately necessary for the player to have. Because there's not really a sense of urgency. You do have... I like the UI in your game, though. The UI in your game is really nice. I like that the, like, little blocks spin. That's really cool. But for this game, like, maybe a stamina bar. Maybe a stamina bar, but, like, it lets you know your stamina. It lets you know how much... Oh. Here, let's start tilling. Okay, what was that, and why didn't I get it? 3... It's a little mole. You also like it now? You didn't like it before? Okay, can you get out of here, Mr. Mole? Yeah, there you go, bury back in there. So, I know for a fact that it feels like this 3x3, it feels like this 3x3 section. Before it was shit. It's hard to get good looking UI. So if you don't need UI, it might actually be a good idea to not have UI. Okay, now I gotta water it. Oh, I don't have any water. Yeah, I'm really struggling with the UI in my game right now. I'm really struggling with the UI in my game right now, just because I'm not like a graphic designer or anything. Some were temporary and some were just bad decisions. Yeah. Yeah, I heard something Pirate Software said about placeholder art. What did he say? What did he say about placeholder art? He said something about placeholder art like not being great because it like gets shipped into production, but like I don't really understand what his point was. Like, what am I supposed to have if I don't have placeholder art, you know? Unless I just use boxes. That's a good point. Fair point. Alright, let me fill up this water here. There we go. The store's probably closed. Anything above total garbage is enough. Yeah, exactly. Anything better than something that you look at and immediately think that's bad. That's good. Okay, let's see if I can buy some friggin' seeds or if I'm too late. Fuck. Yeah, I wish there was some UI in this game. Yeah, placeholders have to be used. Like, he was saying some really deep shit about it. I saw a short. And I was like... Oh, I gotta... It's so dark right now. I read about Hollow Knight production. What'd you read about Hollow Knight? What'd you find out about Hollow Knight? Just some of like their UI stuff?
They said, game looked like bunch of black boxes till last step.
They said the game looked like a bunch of black boxes till the last step. That's crazy. Like, I don't know how you can understand if your game is fun or not. We can check out mine and talk about...
Like all the awesome graphics was added after all game was done.
Really? That's interesting. I was actually going to talk about Hollow Knight. I was going to do a Metroidvania Monday. Do I have that written down somewhere?
And levels and story. I was thinking about what sandbox games I played as a
The Commodore 64, and they were mostly simulation games like Silent Service.
games like Silent Service.
Silent Service.
I had one RPG called Questron, which was an Ultimate clone.
Okay. Japanese manga series. Video game. This is what I want. Submarine Simulator. Oh, that's really cool.
Oh, and Zork. I played
Zork. Is that the... This is the... I played this one. This is the text-based adventure game. You start... Where do you start? You start somewhere and you can head like north. And there's like there's a house. And you can go through the house and into some woods. And I remember there's a mountain that's a dead end.
doing what I feel to do.
Zork. I played Zork.
I had Zork I 2 and 3 and got through Zork I and 2, but got stuck on Zork 3.
Dude, I got stuck on Zork 1. It was weird for me to try to play a game that was text-based because I'm used to having visuals. I think that is what kind of got me stuck on Zork.
If all would look like Black Voxel for months, I'll just forbidden it cause be bored.
Oh yeah, if my game was all black boxes, I would get super bored. So let's go into town and get some seeds. And then we'll come back and plant said seeds.
Let's have new fancy pike cells.
Yeah, we need fancy pixels here. We need the fancy pixels.
Zork was really unique back then because large, varied worlds where all kinds of things happened were rare. Most games were single-screen arcade games.
Well, yeah, it was hard at the limit with the limitations of the time because like for a game to have like branching like decisions and stuff that you can make yourself and have all these things going on in the world, it takes a lot of memory, right? So it was, I think that's why actually there is no visuals in that game, is because like they sacrifice on the visuals to have better interactivity and player agency. Unless they just wanted to make it a text-based game. You might know more about that. You might know more about that than me. I don't know much about Zork. I played Zork. I don't know much about it.
C64 had 64K of RAM, which was huge for then, and it still had to constantly swap pages from disk for Zork.
Swap pages from disks. So you had like a floppy disk and you had to put in a different floppy disk to keep playing? That kind of thing? Man, I wish I was alive for this era of video games, man. Like, I missed out. I always say, like, I wish I was alive, like, 20 years ago. I wish I was 40. Because I would... Oh, man, the video games I would know about, bro. The knowledge. The knowledge I would have.
Basically, every new room you went to, it had to load a new page of RAM from the disk.
Oh. So long loading times between every room. Yeah, I played it on, like, Windows 7 or something. So it was, like, super fast. That's insane. Dude, I wouldn't be able to play. I was like, go north, go south, go north, go south, go north, go south, go north, go south. Like, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. I wish I was alive for that era because it's harder to enjoy these games nowadays. Oh, I have to buy seeds. I'm gonna buy turnips. What's a turnip seed? It costs 200? I can only buy one. It's a weird thing to desire. I know, but like... I'd like to be 20 again. I just, like... I can't really enjoy these games as much because I've played games that are so much better. It's like when you're playing music, when you're first starting to play guitar, and you get that shitty, like, $100 guitar for Christmas. And you're playing, and your fingers hurt, and everything's bad. You gotta press super hard, the action's terrible. But then you get your second guitar. You can never go back. I made a lot of shitty decisions in my life. Most of them were drug related. Yep, that's pretty much it. Drug related. Stay away from drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. Drugs are bad. Drugs are bad. That's why I have my stream 18+. A lot of people have their streams like not 18+, and they talk about crazy shit, and I'm like, bro, you'd at least gotta let the kids know what they're getting into. Your first was Leoton? Is that a game? Or is that a drug? Oh, guitar. Right, because you're the guy that plays the guitarlele. Yeah, so it's like, imagine playing on like a Fender Stratocaster or some shit, and then switching to like a $20 guitar. That's what this feels like. That's what this feels like for me. Exactly. Yeah. It is irresponsible. Yeah, I much prefer the ukulele to the guitar. Okay, let's plant these seeds. I'm wasting days. Mine thing as in... Mine thing? Or mine thing as in yours? Plant these turnips. I need the watering can. Okay, how do I swap? Okay, how do I pick up? Okay, how do I swap? Okay, make sure that my watering can's out. Rosto, I have no clue what you're saying right now, bro. I'm sorry. Okay, my watering can. Water. There we go. Did I just hear my wife knock? You can type in chat, dear. It's alright. Oh, Guitarlele is cool. I would definitely pick that up if I didn't already have 1,000 instruments. I have a trumpet, I have an electric drum kit, I have a bass, I have an electric guitar, I have an acoustic electric ukulele. We have a clarinet. Oh, you dropped something. Okay. Woo! Yeah, it's not as bright, but that's because of the nylon strings. But I love nylon strings. Like, if I played guitar, I would have nylon strings anyway. Well, I mean, I do play guitar, but you can't put nylon strings on an electric guitar, I don't think. The days are too fast. Like, what are we on, day 3? The days go way too fast. Yeah, it would be too quiet. I have lots of critiques about this game. Duh! Duh, of course pickups don't work. They're magnetic. Yeah. It's like, I don't think you can put nylon string. Yeah, of course you can't. Jeez. So, I don't know what else to do in this game now that I have successfully planted my shit after 3 days. I mean, arguably I've been getting a little bit distracted, but I can't believe I'm that dumb sometimes, man. Sometimes I'll even like go back. I'll even go back and like look at messages that I sent like years ago, and I'm like, why did I say that? I planted seeds, bro. I planted seeds, bro. But now I'm not sure what to do. I guess we can go talk to the ladies, right? Yeah, really, the first sandbox game that I can think of is Minecraft. That came out in like 2000... I want to say 2008. When was Minecraft Alpha? ...2010, I was close. Yeah, like 2010. That's like the first sandbox game, like real sandbox game that I can think of. I was there. I was also there. Yet ages. Wait a minute, that was 14 years ago. That's crazy, man. Minecraft, stellar game though. That's, and it was a sandbox game, but it kind of became less of a sandbox game because they added goals, right? They added the boss at the end, the Ender Dragon. So it became a lot less sandboxy. It's the berry of wild grape. Sure, I'll eat it. Man, I'm getting old, bro. I'm getting old, bro. Okay, I just want to give a gift to one person. Let's see, is she still outside? Way too short. Way too short, bro. Like, and what are these people still doing out at nighttime? Like, if I stay here while I pass out? Yeah, you don't beat Minecraft, bro. You don't beat Minecraft. I mean, like... She went to bed! This game is nothing other than frustrating to me. Yeah, it's the wrong way to play Minecraft. You gotta do your own thing. You gotta make your own goals, man. Yeah, that's the only game that I can think of that's like... Unless it's like Flight Simulator, it's kind of a sandbox. When did Flight Simulator come out? Yeah, we were actually talking about this earlier. Here, let me show you. Oh, wait, I'm still on my gaming browser. I was on my CRT. We were talking about this earlier.
I had a flight sim on C64, which eventually because Microsoft Flight Sim, I think.
Yeah, that's... Wait, what do we... Sandbox? Yeah, that's kind of a sandbox. But again, it's like you said, it's a simulation game.
GIC Flight Sim, it's a freaking miracle that ran on C64. It's like you can be Valheim in like 100 hours.
Yeah, you can beat Valheim in like not a super long amount of time if you really try. But what the fun part is like building your own stuff and like grinding your stats. But let's talk about this.
RLY try.
Let's talk about this time.
Why then I have 500 hours there.
Time. And this is stamina. And it goes like this. Stamina consumption. It goes like this. Right? And this is a conscious decision because this makes the difficulty curve. Here, let's do a different color. It makes the complexity curve go like this. Right? Because when you have more stamina to work with, you get to do more things in the day. So the day becomes more complex. We were talking about this earlier. I'm not going to linger on this too long, but I just wanted to show you that we were talking about it earlier. We were talking about it earlier. That's not math. Oh, it's bedtime. It's bedtime. Did I water my plants? I don't even know, bro. Sorry, I'm checking my phone.
Only some things that not math you looks like.
Mm-hmm. Something that isn't math but looks like math. Bro, you should have been here. I thought that was Fixer saying that. Croissant? Croissant? Yeah, bro, not cereal? Not cereal? Are you kidding me? Bro needs to have some Captain Crunch. That'll really get him going. This game, bro. This game. Let me play anything else. I gotta grow a turnip, though. It is. It's what the plants crave. It's what the body craves, bro. I can't even eat Captain Crunch, and I eat Captain Crunch. Okay. We're gonna go find a flower, and we're gonna give it to that lady that likes the flowers. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. The time limit definitely adds urgency to everything that you need to do in this game, though. Okay, those two people are the exact same person. Oh, I can't get in there. Flower, flower, flower. Okay, this works. Don't eat it. We're giving her the grape. We're giving her the grape. Bro, don't even remind me, bro. We're doing Farming Sim Friday again just because I didn't want to prep more content. Here you go, Biddy. This is for you. Boom, baby. Let me tell you the code for the flower in our shop. It is I like you a lot. What? What? This flower? I don't have enough. Can I give multiple gifts in a day? Let's go find that out. Can I just like max out on day one my relationships? Like if I go fast enough? Oh, that respawns. That's nice. So far I've gotten no indication of my level of stamina. No! Are you bored of this game yet? Hydra Homie, are you bored of this game yet? Can we move on to the next one? What do you guys think? Move on to the next game or keep playing this one? 'Cause I'm fucking done. After that, I'm done. After that, I'm done, man. Let me go back to my farm and save. Move on? It's time. It's time. Should I save? Nah, we Alt F4. Alt F4 doesn't work in Higan? Okay. Okay. Farming Simulator 2022 is the next game we're going to look at. This one is a lot more sandboxy. This one's a lot more sandboxy. Tutorial. The tutorial is also dog shit. Who would have thought another farming sim with a dog shit tutorial? Well, here you go. Developed by Giant Software. Big team. Big team. This is a modern game. Modern games have big teams. If you're like AAA, right? If you're AAA. It's a farming sim. It literally is a farming simulator. That's the name of the game, right? The premise? The premise actually in this one is a little bit different than other farming sims. You don't have a rundown farm. You just have an empty farm. It's just empty. You don't gotta repair the town or save your farm. You're there, you have a farm, boom. What's unique about this one is the level of realism, right? You got real equipment, real world brands, dynamic farming cycles, seasons, weather. You got the market. You got to look at the market and figure out how much things cost. You got to look at market predictions, the farmer's almanac. You got to figure out what's going to be worth money. You got to figure out what's worth it to grow. You can't grow stuff that's going to lose you money, right? That's what's unique about this game is its level of realism. You're a farmer. That's your role. You're a farmer. The progression in this game is just based on money. Like the more money you earn, the more equipment you can get and the more NPCs you can hire. Apparently, I don't really believe this so much, but the game attempts to strike a balance between realism and accessibility because it allows players to fine-tune their settings, their difficulty settings. Now, fine-tune difficulty settings? Not really. You basically get three options. You get beginner, intermediate, advanced. And that's it. Like that's the tailoring of the experience. The rest is just you figuring out what to do. What's unique about this one is the realism. Like I said, the realism is. Wait a minute. I gotta go back. Did I have a what's unique section for this one? I did. Okay. I did. All right, cut. Start again. Where were we? Wowie. Almost. Not really though. Like it's really just a setting that you pick at the start, and it just basically determines how much stuff you start with. The hardest difficulty, you start with nothing, but you start with more money, and then you got to go into town. You got to buy vehicles, buy seeds, whatever. But like the beginner gives you like a tiny bit of a tutorial, and it gives you some stuff to start off with. The other mechanics in this game aren't really unique. Resource management, you got to manage your money. Actually, I think that's the only resource you have to manage. I don't think time is so much. The chainsaw game? Oh yeah, because you get to do forestry in this game. Yeah, the seasonal cycles. Pretty standard stuff. Visual and audio style. They went for a more photorealistic approach. They have the money and the agency to do that. So I'm not a huge fan of hyper realistic graphics. I think your game should be accessible. But that's just me. It's got some dynamic lighting, weather, the sounds kind of change. There's not really background music. It's just kind of ambience. What makes it great? Every year this game gets better and more realistic. And more advanced. It also appeals to a broad audience, but not like a super broad audience. It appeals to like simulator people or people who farm, people who I feel like a game like this would be sold to people who farm. Right? Right. Because I know one guy that plays this game. Plays Farming Simulator 25. I know one guy. And I barely know him. Barely know him. Alright. Woo-wah-wee. Woo-wah-wee. This is a quote from Giant Software. They want to provide the most immersive and authentic farming experience possible while letting players shape their own agricultural dreams. You guys ever dream about farming? You ever have dreams about farming? I do occasionally, actually. Check this out. Check this out. Backyard Homestead. This is a book I got for Christmas. From a quarter of an acre, you can harvest 1,400 eggs, 50 pounds of wheat. I'm not going to do that, though. 60 pounds of fruit. 2,000 pounds of veggies. 200 pounds of pork. And 75 pounds of nuts. Crazy, right? Crazy. On a quarter of an acre. Not in Farming Sim. Farming Sim, you need hundreds of acres. Challenges. The learning curve is so steep. It's so steep. Like, even with the tutorial, which is lackluster at best. www. I gotta turn off the talking for links. Mitchell in the web situation. Oh. Okay. Oh shit. It's made of chicken, bro. No way. This guy's onto something. You cannot lose with farming. You cannot lose. Mm-mm.
Unbelievable. It's only 5 in the morning, and I'm right where I work.
He's already at work. Bro, I gotta be a farmer. What's going on?
While the other poor sod's struggling in on the tube, I'm gonna go and get some milk out of a cow. Who's a jammy bastard?
You're a jammy bastard, I'll tell you that. You're the jammy bastard.
I'm gonna make a fucking fortune.
Farmers do make a lot of money. How much does the average farmer make? The average net operating income per farm was 155,000? Bro. I mean, it's backbreaking work, but it's not really skilled labor now, is it? Wow. All right, back to it. It's repetitive. That's a recurring theme that we'll see in farming sims. Repetitiveness. Because you're farming. Farming is a repetitive task. You do the same thing every day. You go, you tend your crops. You have a gift. A real gift? Or a virtual gift? Should I come out?
Is it breakfast cereal?
Is it breakfast cereal? It better be. so much. I can't wait to show it. Bro. Here, I have this for you. I didn't mute my mic, so people probably heard me doing baby talk, but that's okay. It's the peach one. This is so cute. Is it stuffed? With what? Lollipop. I have a whole big bag. Oh. I love it. Sorry. Okay, I see. It wasn't cereal. It wasn't cereal. It wasn't cereal. I'm getting divorced. I put apparently here because I hadn't played the game yet. But the NPC drivers just fail to do stuff. They just suck. They just can't accomplish anything. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Should I show the surprise? Should I show the surprise? No. We'll wait. We'll wait. What we can learn from this: realism versus accessibility. Detailed systems can attract niche audiences, but difficulty options can maintain approachability. That's what we learned about this. That's what we learned about this one. Iterative improvements. Their game constantly builds on like the previous game, adding more mechanics, adding more details, adding more realism, and that really leads to long-term community engagement for the entire series. Trying to think what else we can learn from this. We can learn how to not do a tutorial. That's what we can learn. We can learn how to not fucking do a tutorial. I guess freedom. Open-ended gameplay encourages creativity. And it becomes a personalized experience. But we know that from the last game. We know that from the last game. So, Farming Simulator. Did I uninstall it? No. I have it on like Epic Games. Oh, here it is. It's not breakfast cereal. It wasn't breakfast cereal. I can't believe that. We need to get the going though. My computer's breaking. My computer's breaking. There we go. Man, I banged through that slideshow. The first slideshow was a lot longer. Do I want to... Is it breakfast cereal? Right, I already read that 1,000 times, bro. Somebody else say something so I stop reading that. My computer's dying. I'm dropping frames.
I once gargled an entire cat.
What the... Whoa! Okay, maybe not that. Maybe not that. An entire cat. This game isn't gonna work, bro. It's crashed. It's already crashed. Fuck it. We'll skip this one. Farming Simulator is kind of doo-doo anyway. We're skipping it. I'm sorry. We're skipping it. We're skipping it.
Life at sea is a strange life indeed.
Life at sea is a strange life indeed, my friend. Yo-ho and a bottle of rum. Am I right? Actually... Okay, I'm starting to... How we're two and a half... I spent 2.5 hours on Harvest Moon. Hot damn. Hot diggity dog. Okay, are you guys ready to see the gift? Give me a 1 in chat if you're ready to see the gift. Give me a 1 in chat if you're ready to see the gift. Come on. You got me there. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. It's a little star drop from Stardew Valley.
Spend just as long on Stardew.
It's a little star drop. Oh, it's getting green screened out, but look at that. My wife made this. Look how cute that is. Look how cute that is. It's a little star drop plushie. I love it. I don't know where to put it though. I can keep it, but okay, I'm losing steam. I'm losing steam. I'm losing steam really bad. Do I just chill for a second? Do I take a break? Do I take a little break? If I was at work, I would have taken a break already.
Plot twist. Star drops give you energy because they contain the souls of orphan children.
I hope this one doesn't have any souls in it. Wait. You didn't put any souls in this, did you, Megan? Did you?
Check out this Firefly behavior I made with like one line of code.
Sure.
https://i.imgur.com/9vswpmn.mp4.
Yo! How many? One line of code? Can I see the code? Can I see the code? Okay, this star drop may or may not contain the souls of orphan children, so I'm gonna set that aside. Can I see the code?
Well, the color shift is another line.
Yeah, but if you get the rest of the effect with just one line, what language?
Oh, you are the Megan. This makes sense.
C? One line of C. Must be a long line, bro. Can I see the code? Is there... Can I make like a code pen or something? I'll make like a code pen and you can like paste it in there. Or wait.
No, just smooth damn. I can just paste it somewhere.
Yeah, just paste... Well, Are you in my Discord? Are you in my Discord? That might be a good place, because if you post it in chat, it's just gonna read. It's just gonna read it all out. I could probably skip the TTS. Just post it in chat. Post it in chat. Post it in chat. And I'll sit here and I'll catch the hopefully I can catch it. Post it in chat. Let me see the code, baby. Let me see the code.
I mean, every period it chooses a new position around the player. That's one line.
Let me see the code.
Is just smooth damn.
Let me see the code. Let me see the code. I didn't see the action pop up here, so it'll probably go through anyway, but that's fine. Processing? Q. I'll just turn off read everything. There we go. Post the code. Post the code. Bam! Post the code. Or did you lie about it being a one-liner? I trust you. I believe you. I do want to see the code though. I'm curious. I like learning. Whenever I was in my web development boot camp, my web development course, we did like a little leak code every morning just because it was for. Yeah, I got you. One line of code makes it do all the cool stuff, and the other lines make it look a little nicer, right? But yeah, we had like a little leak code every morning. Not leak code, but like, you know, programming problems to solve. Because a lot of the people were coming from other careers, but I was coming from like, I did half a computer science degree and I just wanted to learn web development. Yeah, we would always solve it, and then we would try to make it into a one-liner in JavaScript. Just because you can do like array.map.filter. You know, and you can chain a bunch of stuff together with arrow functions. Oh, there we go. The type def, that doesn't count. Main, that doesn't count. Wait, line what? Line 73. Bro, this is like 100 lines of code, bro. This is 100 lines of code, bro. When you said one line, I was thinking like one line, but let's see. The behavior is one line. Pixie's position, smooth, damp. Oh, I see. Here, let me, because this is all one line, right? Oh, can I can't edit this? That's interesting. Yeah, this is all one line. Ah, here we go. Time. SD time. I wish I knew more about game development, but alas. What's SD time? Is that how you like calculate your frames? So this creates the pixies, gives them an initial velocity of 0. Sets the target to, okay. There's a random range between this float and this float. PRNG. We get that random number up here. Essentially, it's speed. Okay. And then time would be like where you're calculating your frames, right? That would be like your delta or whatever, if we're talking in Godot terms. Oh, DT is delta time. Okay. Some cool code, brother. What I always like to do with people's code is I like to try to change it a little bit so that I know that I understand what's going on. So this change pixie color.h repeat. I don't know C that well. Arguably, I don't know C that well. I know C, but I don't know C that well. Screen draw. Is that, did you define that, or is that a package? Let's see if I missed anything. Well, you won't be able to compile that without the rest of the source, so you can't. Right. I should have known that. Listen, the more you watch me, the more you'll realize that I'm kind of dumb, but I'm also kind of smart. I'm like a smart guy that's kind of stupid also. I'm just a chill guy. Okay, am I feeling revamped and ready to go into the next game? Not overly. Megan, I really don't want to do Stardew Valley. Can we do Fields of Mystery at first, and then I'll do Stardew Valley? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Rune Factory. I'm turning the TTS back on. I love the TTS, man. It makes it so easy for me to follow chat. Because otherwise I would just get so distracted, I would get on a tangent, I just wouldn't look at it ever. Rune Factory 5. Let's look at a trailer.
Stardew Valley before Stardew Valley.
Oh, really? Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma. Oh, this is a new one. Which one? One?
The Rune Factory series has become a fan favorite for many over the years.
There are maybe 7 or 8 Rune Factory games now.
Let's check out this video. This is like a 20-minute video. Oh, you have audio. It's just really quiet.
Factory 5 rising from the ashes next year in Japan, I thought I would admit my most egregious sin. I've never finished all of the Rune Factory games.
I've never even played one.
I've never played any of the DS ones until now. The extent of my Rune Factory experience is 4, Frontier, and a little bit of Tides of Destiny. So I thought to myself, I am going to remedy this and play through every single Rune Factory game before Rune Factory.
Oh wow, this guy played them
comes
all.
out, and talk about the history and evolution of the series one game at a time. And today we start this off with the very first entry, Rune Factory: A Fantasy Harvest Moon. If you're interested in keeping up with this redemption arc of Gamelad through the Rune Factory series, hey, be sure to subscribe as I pledge to do this for every single game in the series. So, Rune Factory: A Fantasy Harvest Moon. I finally made it, huh? This is the game that started it all. What started out as a pitch to make a fantasy version of the Story of Seasons series has turned into a standalone series that is nearly on par with its parent series. This seems to happen a lot, huh? So, for a series that sparked such a dedicated fan base even during a near 7-year hiatus, one has to wonder the first game in this series must be groundbreaking and one of the best games ever. Well, we'll discuss that. This is a game that in a vacuum has so much deep-rooted potential that is never fully explored because of the fact that it's the first game in a series, so probably not many resources were allocated to it. But the game does manage
The
to
town
have
looks
some
cool. I
sparks
like
of
that
joy
it's,
and
like,
enjoyment
almost
that make me
2D.
remember why I fell in love with this series. So, the Rune Factory
Okay, I'd close this window, I'm
did
freezing.
bloom into a wonderful franchise. It's just that the original seedling has aged a bit like buttermilk. So yeah, first impressions are key.
So it's combat.
So without any further ado, Rune Factory: A Fantasy Harvest Moon is a bad game. That's it. That's the video.
It's a bad game. All right. I think we got that. That's the whole video. I actually tuned out at that point. It looks like a cool game. I might actually try it. Rune Factory ROM. For the DS? Oh, it's literally called A Fantasy Harvest Moon.
I think the version I played was on Wii.
Wii? Let's see. Let's go to Mohegan. Let's see what emulators we can get. What do I have right now? Game Boy, Game Gear, Neo, PC Engine, Super Famicom. Yeah, I don't have DS in here. Can I add one? That's for another time. That's for another time.
Rune Factory 4 Special on Steam.
It's only $10. Oh, it's on a huge sale right now. This actually looks kind of sick, though. This actually looks kind of sick, though. Okay, what if, Megan? What if we do Rune Factory instead of Stardew Valley? Am I dropping frames again? Bro, what's going on, bro? Is streaming on YouTube too much for it? Let me see. What's my RAM at? Where am I? Really, my memory is actually capping out. I just expanded it too. Let's see. Is it worth it? Do I have a... And it's still just like... Okay, no. This is okay. Let's see. Is it worth it? Oh, my typing's so loud. Wait, no. Analytics. That's what I want. Analytics. Is it worth it? Or do I just turn it off so that my stream runs better? There we go. Oh, my wife is watching on YouTube right now. That's what's going on, isn't it? I'm turning off